All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Brooklyn Beats. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone.
Go, 120, 50 seconds, come on. I'm here all day.
Now Goff on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And the Raiders first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, pick it up, Pete. Ric Flair.
Out of the gun. Gone. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
And the shuffle pass to the running back goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis and his quarterback, Lee Grosscup.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Raiders.
180. All day, every day.
Now they try the right side here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
To throw again on second down. Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it third down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And the Raiders first down.
120. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
On first down, it's gone. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw is gone. This one complete to Lacy. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First down, Raiders.
Tonight, like 20.
From the red zone now, Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here we go. The 70, Indy. Go, go. Watch the boot. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Topper. Check 25. Hey, Alpha. Hit it.
Throwing on first down, Stanley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Stanley. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
5. You got tight. 6-6, pull it high. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Look at me, zipper.
Back to throw. Stanley. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Ready, set. 55. Hey, eat. Drop deep. Check 50. Deuce. Check 26. Let's go.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Come on, set. 15 line. Let him know. Ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Protein spill. 36.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
All day. Slam. You draw quarters. Check nickel. Watch twist. On the ball.
Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Team 6. Mark 55.
On 3rd down, Stanley. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Here we go. 60 or. Here we go.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Down. 10 Lobo. Let's go, dude. Hey, Zoo. It's going to be a long day. Mike, 55. Check. Get it.
From the gun, Stanley. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Let's go now. 8, Reed. Hey, Orbit. I'm coming after you. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let's go. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Dude.
Looking to throw. Stanley. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Raiders nothing.
We go tonight. Line 20.
On 2nd and 12, Goff into heavy traffic, and it's and he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Easy, easy. 4 down. Easy, easy.
Now a handoff looking right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
That's what I do.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Goff now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mark 55. Mark 55. Push him back. Push him back.
Operating from the gun. Stanley. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Greystone, travel. Out. Check 3. Showing it. Back. Check safety. Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. I'm coming after you. Takes 3. 218, chopper. Check. Lucky. Hey, watch it. Ready.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Ready. 70, Indy. I'm scared. 49, check 49. Check 31. 5.
To throw on 3rd down. Stanley. He's got Smith here. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
They bring their punter out there now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now it's gone. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Goff now looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
What? Wait, we own it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
We go tonight. 180. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Switch gears. What's up?
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Ready to break.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, If you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stanley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, box truck, box truck. Mike, 55.
From the gun, Stanley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal, give yourself a lead going into the half.
It got his man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check, check. Hey, kill. A bomb.
Back to throw, gone. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Get him, boy.
It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2nd and 3. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. He's crashing.
On first down, it's Gurley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
55. They can't hang with us. Mark 55. Mark 55.
Ready? On 1st and 10, Stanley looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
General West. Hey, Echo. Now. Mike, check. Mike.
Throwing again. Stanley. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now
a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Give them a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And the Raider 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Now Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game.
Right there. All day, baby.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Step it up. Hatchet. Kill.
To throw again. Stanley. Throw left side complete. It's Moore. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Here I come. Hey, Alpha. Here I come. Mike Dick.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. 22 Jet Bombers. Check 24. Watch 24. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together. Watch the shift.
They run. It's Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Mike, check, 59.
Back to throw. Stanley. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
They'll run on 1st down. Prince. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll keep it on the ground. Prince. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Goff now looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
Number 33. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Go, tonight. 20. Go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Here's Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Looking to throw. Stanley. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
Check 13. Hey, lock it. Ready?
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
On the set. 955. Hey, eat. Hey, Zoo. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Check. 55 to Mike. Hey. Too little, cupcake. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. 5.
Looking to throw on second down. Stanley firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10.
Matchbox right. 55. Go.
Operating from the gun. Stanley. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Target. Shoot. Topper. Hey, check 24. Check hot route. Hot.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Coming to you. Slant. 6-6, pull it high. Check. Switch. Jam. Kill. Big grip.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, Stanley. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Stanley. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. 2nd and 13. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Shoot! Watch the shoot! Big ass, big ass, big ass. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Rock it, rock it.
Here's Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Reed. Watching you fly. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! No. Off. Check.
Now. Another carry now for Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Check, crunch. Check. Protein spill. Joker. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Sponge.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. keep it on the ground. Prince. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down. 76. 76. Here we go, again. Hey, Delta. Mike, 4. I'm going to
One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Brooklyn, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.